What's up, Vault Dwellers? Dan here, and today we're taking a look at sequels. And not just any sequels, sequels to massive hits. Sequels that looked at beloved originals and said, you know what these need? Less of what worked, more of what didn't, and a much lower budget. This is 10 So Bad They're Good sequels, so buckle up and let's go. Alright, we're going to get started with Piranha II, The Spawning, from 1982, and this is James Cameron's directorial debut, which is a fact Cameron has spent 40 years aggressively unfactualizing. The Italian producer for this film hired Cameron, let him shoot for 2 weeks, and then he quietly locked him out of the editing room and finished the film all by himself. Cameron reportedly broke into the cutting room at night to try and rescue his version. He failed. The same man who would later control like every frame of Titanic and Avatar couldn't get back into that building in Italy. That's where the legend started.
We spliced in genes from different species to create the ultimate killer organism. Gremlins who could live out of water. Dactyloteridae, the common flying fish you see in the bay here, so could live in all environments. You understand?
My God.
The central innovation of this sequel? It's that piranhas have evolved. They leave the water. They can fly, and they attack a beach resort from the air, dive-bombing tourists in what the film presents with complete seriousness. A piranha hides inside a corpse in a hospital morgue, and then flies out and kills a nurse. Cameron himself later described it as the finest flying piranha movie ever made. And technically, that's pretty accurate because I believe there's only one. Lance Henriksen bought his own police uniform for $75, and he had to hand carve his own gun handle because there was no costume budget. He still looks cooler than everyone else in this film. He always does.
I denounce thee, spawn of Satan, seed of the devil.
The original Ghoulies from 1985 was sold almost entirely on a poster of a small demon poking its head out of a toilet with the tagline, "They'll get you in the end." The film, it was a modest hit, and the complaints were immediate. There just were not enough Ghoulies in this film. The actual Ghoulies barely showed up in their own movie. Audiences felt robbed by a demon toilet film that underdelivered on the demon toilet promise. Ghoulies II from '88 heard those complaints and responded with decisive action. More Ghoulies. So we got a carnival setting called Satan's Den, which it's the ideal professional environment for small demonic creatures, and critically, someone finally gets got, in the end, via the toilet. So the marketing promise, made 3 years earlier, is honored. That is more contractual integrity than most sequels ever manage. The Ghoulies attack carnival patrons with such gleeful malice that they even start hiding behind shooting gallery targets while someone is firing at them, which is legitimately funny. And the soundtrack, it features Scream Until You Like It by Wasp. And if you didn't know this, the director, Albert Band, is Charles Band's father, which completely raises the questions about the Band family dynamic that I'm just not going to explore in this video. This is more entertaining than it has any right to be, and morally superior to the original on grounds of truth and advertising alone.
Demonium Exoridor Commodestrum Demonium Exorcizote Immundissime Spiritu.
Christopher Lee. Yes, Sir Christopher Lee. You know, Dracula himself. A man with more true horror credits than any human in recorded history appeared in this film because I guess he had never made a werewolf movie before and he wanted to complete his set. So this was the werewolf film. And the first thing he did when he was cast in Gremlins 2 was apologize to director Joe Dante for having been in this one.
Stefan, come to me, my brother. You never could resist me.
Powers of the abattoir.
Lee plays an occult investigator who turns up at a funeral wearing sunglasses that are attempting to be cool in a very specific 1985 way, and informs the deceased brother that his sister is a werewolf.
It's fake.
And then leads everyone to Transylvania to battle the werewolf queen, who is played by Sybil Danning. And she sits on a throne of bones, pets a stuffed wolf, and wears a leather outfit that is so dangerously Sybil Danning that it's almost criminal. There are furry werewolf sex scenes. There's a knife-throwing dwarf, and the ending credits features a montage of Sybil Danning's blouse being ripped open, which they replay 17 times because they just ran out of other footage. Lee, of course, he gives it his full commitment, as he gave every film his full commitment, because Christopher Lee was just incapable of mailing it in. He just picked the wrong film to commit to on this particular Tuesday.
Where did you get this?
Just say you're sorry. Never. What are you looking for? A gun? No? A drill.
The original Sleepaway Camp has one of the greatest endings in horror history. A twist so unexpected and just so committed that it really hasn't been matched. Not that I want anybody to match that. Now, Sleepaway Camp 2 in 1988, it takes that legacy and just pivots entirely.
Hey, where'd you find it?
Angela Baker, she's back, and she had surgery and some considerable therapy, and she's now a camp counselor with the firm views about appropriate behavior. Smoking? She'll kill you for that. Premarital sex? She'll definitely kill you for that. Just general rudeness? Absolutely, she will kill you for that.
Let this be a lesson to you. Please. Say no to drugs.
Angela Baker is the world's most murderous HR department, but, she does have standards. Bruce Springsteen's sister, plays Angela with this cheerful, homicidal sincerity that carries the entire film. She's not playing a villain. She's just playing a woman with actual values who is deeply disappointed in the current generation and has chosen to act on that disappointment with power tools. The moment that defines her completely, I think it's when the two campers try to scare her dressed as Freddy and Jason. And Angela, she shows up dressed as Leatherface, and she's wearing an actual skinned face as the mask, and then kills both of them.
What'd you do that for? That's a big thing. Please, no!
Sorry. Once I start a task, I always finish.
I mean, she didn't dress up for pranks. She had just happened to already be Leatherface for that evening. The film knows exactly what it is and wears it as a blood-soaked badge of honor. And Renee Estevez, Martin Sheen's daughter, plays the lone, sensible counselor trying to piece it all together. The combined Springsteen sheen of it all, honestly, is the most Hollywood thing about this film.
You talk too much.
Conan the Barbarian from 1982 was this brutal, atmospheric, R-rated fantasy epic with a musical score that should have won every award ever given. It was dark, strange, and just completely adult. An actual achievement. Now, Conan the Destroyer from 1984, it was rated PG and made by someone who looked at the first film and decided this needs to be more accessible to families. Then they gave Conan a comic relief named Malek, who has no skills and exists purely to fall over and say things. Malek is exactly as funny as that sounds.
What do you think you're doing?
Covering your wound.
My wound is lower.
We don't want an infection to spread.
I'll spread your head open.
What they also did, which this is the amazing part, is cast Grace Jones as a warrior named Zula. Grace Jones in this film, I mean, she's not even acting. She's just simply being Grace Jones in a fantasy setting. And that result is pure cinema. Nobody was going to give Grace Jones rules. Nobody was going to tell her to dial it back. I mean, she attacks people with the energy of someone who woke up and chose violence and has no regrets about it. You get to see Wilt Chamberlain, like all 7 feet tall of him, play a palace guard, and Arnold is visibly frustrated in several scenes. And that frustration is a more honest performance than anything else in this movie. As a Conan film, it's a disappointment. As a film in which Grace Jones fights everyone, it's totally essential.
Yes, you do it. Try it. And then swing it over your head. Oh. I'll help you. Swing over your head. Ow! Good.
Hey, Vault Dwellers, quick question. What's the sequel that personally wronged you? The one that took like something you loved and left you standing in the car park wondering what the hell just happened? Drop it in the comments for me, will you?
Want some, Joshua?
Look Who's Talking built its entire premise around hearing the inner voice of a baby. And now it's played by Bruce Willis. But by the third film, these babies had grown up enough to have their own actual voices, and it kind of eliminated the concept.
Can I play?
With me?
Let's get busy.
Oh.
So the solution, apparently after significant deliberation, was to transfer the inner monologue to the family dogs. And the dogs are voiced by Danny DeVito and Diane Keaton, which should be an absolute amazing choice based on those stars.
Hello, baby. Oh, my. What a set of paws. Hey, Powder Puff, how about you and me nosing through the garbage together?
Ugh, what cat dragged you in?
Kid just sprung me from the joint.
I don't associate with mutts.
But, as the always eloquent Roger Ebert said, it looks like it was chucked up by an automatic screenwriting machine. Gene Siskel, he gave it 0 stars. Rotten Tomatoes, 0% from 25 different critics. Now, John Travolta, he is completely engaged throughout this film because John Travolta shows up for everything and gives it his full attention regardless of the material, which is a character trait I absolutely respect about that man.
Santa is really from Finland.
How could some old guy get around the whole world in one night?
Finland Airlines.
That's correct.
And how could reindeer fly?
We'll be afraid.
Kirstie Alley appears to have been informed of the plot sometime during the middle of filming. DeVito's dog voice, it's really just DeVito's voice, and Keaton's dog voice is just Keaton's voice. The film ends with a car crash, some savage wolves, Christmas, and a rescue. This movie earns approximately none of this. It's a true champion.
Nice jacket.
Oh God, she's teasing me. She bought this jacket for me.
She bought you this jacket?
Oh gosh, she forgot her pocketbook. Hey, Samantha.
Is it just me, or was she?
I wanted to
Superman 4 first. The Superman rights were sold to Canon Films for like $5 million. Canon promised Christopher Reeve that they would invest $36 million in the budget to the 30 other films they had in simultaneous production. And what remained was $17 million and Christopher Reeve's sincerity, and a villain called Nuclear Man, whose power is solar energy, and a shot of Reeve toward the camera. It's recycled like 12 times, just with different green screens behind it. That's filmed in what appears to be a conference room with 40 extras who look like they queued for a different event.
Yes, you got him, man. Now would be a good time.
Okay, we're going to talk about the beautiful disaster that is Jaws the Revenge. Apparently, a great white shark has developed a personal vendetta against the Brody family specifically. Like, not territory and not by hunger, a vendetta. Ellen Brody, she flees Amity Island for the Bahamas to escape the grief of her son's death. And that damn shark follows her across the open ocean because it wants her. The shark has a grievance and it has done the travel planning. The amazing Michael Caine, he plays a pilot named Hoagie. He collected $1 million for 10 days of work and even skipped the Academy Award ceremony that week to film his scenes. He did win Best Supporting Actor for Hannah and Her Sisters while he was on set, and he has publicly stated he never watched Jaws the Revenge, but he has no regrets because it paid for a house. At one point, his character crashes a plane into the ocean and walks out of the water with completely dry hair and dry clothes. Oh, and did you know the shark roars? Great white sharks, they don't have vocal apparatus, and they cannot roar. But this one roars repeatedly throughout the film with like evident fury. The film's own director described the premise as idiotic, and he was right. The shark was the most professional member of this production. It showed up, it did its job, and it roared.
He's mine. He's chosen me. Pazuzu's Reagan is the only Reagan. He joined with us, Father.
The director for Exorcist II, The Heretic, who was hired to make the sequel to The Exorcist, had gone on record stating he actually didn't like The Exorcist. He found it reactionary. One of the greatest horror movies in history. John Boorman wanted to make something different. Expansive, mythological, exploring good and evil on a grand scale. And Warner Brothers hired him anyways. That's the sad beginning to this story. Richard Burton plays a priest dispatched to investigate the death of Father Merritt, and that journey takes him to Africa, to a hypnosis machine with strobe lights, and eventually to James Earl Jones wearing a locust costume in what might be the single greatest accidental comedy scene of the whole decade.
How can I help her?
Which girl would you help? The one possessed by Pazuzu, or the one held by Father Merrin?
Burton navigates the entire film with the expression of a man who has read the script, but he just can't locate any plot within it. The New York premiere audience booed so loudly that Warner's pulled the film mid-run, they re-edited it, and re-released it 2 weeks later. The new audience, they booed equally loudly. Linda Blair, she tap dances. And just to be extremely clear, that wasn't a metaphor. She tap dances. Preview audiences walked out in such numbers that ushers were stationed at the exits specifically to count them. It's a masterpiece of a very special kind.
Let me give you some advice, you dwarfs. Get out of here, or you're going to be in a lot of trouble.
I absolutely love talking about Troll 2. Right, so let me set the scene properly. The Italian director, Fragasso, and his wife, Rosella, they wrote a script about vegetarian goblins who transform humans into plants and then they eat them. They called it Goblin.
They're eating her! Oh my God!
They hired non-professional actors from Utah because they wanted authentic Americans. They shot the whole film in Morgan, Utah, communicating through translators. Fragasso refused to allow the cast to alter a single word of dialogue because he felt the actors just didn't understand the depth of the writing. It's true, the cast could not understand the depth of the writing because there was no depth in the writing.
This won't hurt you, little flower.
The distributors renamed the finished film Troll 2 because there was a film called Troll already. There are actually no trolls in Troll 2, and there never will be. The town is called Nilbog, and for those who don't know, Nilbog is goblin backwards. A child in the film, he works this out, but the adults, they do not believe him.
Nilbog! It's goblin spelled backwards! This is their kingdom!
The goblins are played by children in burlap costumes and converted welding masks.
Our queen is calling us.
The film held the title of Worst Movie Ever Made for years. Well, until The Room arrived and challenged it for top spot. The child star grew up and made a documentary about the cult following of Troll 2 that developed, and the original cast toured conventions to sold-out crowds. Fragasso actually attended a lot of these screenings, watched the audience howl with laughter at his film, and then he argued with them because he believed the movie was good. He has always believed it is good. I think he actually believes that to this day. In a fair world, that would be sad. In this one, it's actually the most perfect possible ending.
I know a trick that a friend of mine who was there taught me.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1
As the immortal Casey Kasem would say, we are now in the top 40. Links to every previous part are in the description, and in a few seconds there's going to be a link at the end of this video. Don't fall behind, and don't forget to keep it weird, folks.
Suppose you set your heart on somebody. What would you do to get him?
Grab him! And take him!
You grab him and take him.
Quit brushing her, Julie. She already looks like a Q-tip.
Your dog smells like a diaper. Does not. Diaper dog, diaper dog. Q-tip head dog. Stinky dog. Bald butted dog.